the life. I've been on a real like body weight workout kick lately. So like I'll just like randomly go and knock out as many push-ups as I can. And that's like one of the things I'm doing to take up some time. So
Dude, I love that. That's awesome. I haven't been knocking out push-ups, but I've been doing conditioning with the college I'm coaching for now. So I've been like trying to make a point of like either working out with the group, doing arm care with the group, or doing
yeah.
the conditioning. But yesterday it was like 113 on the field or something like that. So we had to like bang conditioning about second group in, and
Yeah.
I was dying with that last group because they were trying to all show off in the fall and try to run that extra one. So I was like, well, I'm gonna freaking run it with you guys. And we all almost puked by the time we finished our like first pull. It was
Yeah.
brutal.
Dude, I got a question for you. Are you going to be one of those coaches who like for pitchers conditioning, you guys play like ultimate frisbee or something like that?
So I wanted to, but last year apparently there was like an ACL injury, so I had to kind of cut back on that. But I'm going to be keeping it fun. We're going to do a lot of like team building stuff this year. So like I can't speak to what we're going to be doing because we're trying to keep it secret for the boys. But yeah, we got a lot of stuff, a lot of fun stuff planned, a lot of like really cool stuff. One of them is the tank wars. Did you see the tank wars thing that Coach Rack posted about?
So Drew just told me about it. DR Hitting told me about it, but I didn't get to watch it.
Okay. Well, it's definitely worth a watch. It's a ton of fun. It's really big on team building because the
Mhm.
people who are competing against one another are blindfolded, and
Mhm.
everyone else on the exterior can't like. There's no hands on. It's all verbal communication. So it's a lot of fun. It's chaotic, but you really see who the leaders of the team are by the end of that. By the end of that game.
Sick.
Yeah. Dude, random question for you. So if you had to decide between hitting a walk-off bomb
Mhm.
and throwing one of the hardest fastballs in the game, what would it be?
Walk off bomb.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Oh my.
I don't know. You can't really see that guy back there, but that's Barry Bonds, and that's him hitting like 753 or something like that, putting his hands up. Dude, home runs are always better than anything. Like it's just you can't beat that feeling, bro. Like 106 is awesome. Don't get me wrong. Like sick. A bomb though, bro? Come on. That's what we live for. You pitchers wish you could hit bombs.
It's very true. Very true. That's why we have pitchers BP on the shutout
Mhm.
games.
Mhm.
Um, yeah, man. It's the way I was thinking about it when I was thinking of that answer. It's like throwing is the hardest in the game is one of the most selfish like ambitions you could have. When you're hitting a walk-off home run, it's about you, but it's also about the team. But
Mhm.
when you're throwing 106 and you're like making history and stuff like like Ben Joyce, man, it's like you saw that smirk on his face. It's like, yeah, that was like a selfish act, but like tip the cap to you, man. That's
Yeah.
freaking gas.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't even know guys who outfielders who can pull that down. I bet there are some guys who can pull down 106 in the major leagues, but like you really don't see that in game from like outfielders with a 20-foot head start, you know?
Yeah, I know. Oh shoot, I forget who it is, but there's a couple outfielders who were converted pitchers. So usually it's the other way around, but they couldn't throw strikes or whatever, so they tossed them in the outfield. But
Rick
um,
Ankiel, baby.
yeah, dude, that's
Yeah.
literally who I was thinking of. That
Literally,
dude,
bro, the greatest thing ever is just watching him throw from the outfield. The guy doesn't even have to run. You just need to see him release the ball, and it gives me chills, bro.
bro, there's that occasional guy where they just make the game look easy. He's definitely one of those
Yeah.
guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. You too, though. Like literally, first time I met you, we were at a high school field. Now, to be fair, the right field foul line was pretty short porch, but you literally just picked up a ball from the third base dugout and didn't even crow hop, just stepped and threw it over right field, man. And then I did a full crow hop and like two hop the fence. It's like I'm the pitching guy. What are you doing, bro?
Hey, but I got some youth on you, your arm's got a lot more mileage on it.
It's more my back than anything, bro. I have zero T spine extension. I'm just like
Yeah.
all stiff. It's like I'm a,
My
a
neck and
two
my
by
back.
four. Can't do backflips anymore. That's why I'm not a banana. Oh my gosh. Yeah, man. That's not even fair. You guys make baseball look easy. I bet if you got on the mound though, you would be absolutely taking off guys like Whit Merrifield. Did you read that article about him getting hit in the head?
Yeah, yeah. Actually, when I did pitch, I was a complete liability out there, and exactly to Witt's point, I was throwing as hard as I could, and I didn't care where it went.
That's what it is, man. That's the game of baseball right now.
Yeah,
Um, we're all about like on social media. I think that's why Jake Savicki does so good with his like zoom in and ball thing, is because he's just making fun of that like heroism of just throwing max effort and only caring about the velo.
yeah. What do you think about that, bro? Like guys used to throw up and in like really hard, right? Like you got guys like Goose Gossage who did things like that. He didn't throw nearly as hard as the guys are today, but it's like still a tactic, right? Like Nolan Ryan would throw at guys and it like helped them be better pitchers. Now, like guys are throwing much harder, but why can't the game plan still say the same? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I was reading through this article, and to Witt's point, like it is a liability, and it's dangerous and it's scary, and the fact that retaliation isn't happening as much kind of speaks to his point a little bit. But from a pitcher's perspective, like accidents happen, mistakes happen. There are the Gooses of the world, but
Mm-hmm.
I think if we have punishment for hitting guys, we start to get afraid of throwing the ball inside, and that just completely takes away our competitive edge, because now people are just sitting on the outer half. They're sitting middle away. It takes an entire element of the arsenal out of the equation, and now we're subjected to north south only. And for guys like myself, I'm a big east west guy, so I have to brush you off the plate in
Mm-hmm.
order to live on my outside fastball. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I think survival of the fittest or natural selection, that will knock out a pretty substantial portion of the pitching population.
Yeah, absolutely. You eliminate one side of the plate. Interesting that you said that you're an east to west guy. So I have a question. I'm not a pitching guy at all, but I've noticed that there's been a development of the sweeper. What's the difference
Mhm.
between that and like your normal like curveball?
Yeah, so it's I'm still learning a little bit more about like sweepers and seam shifted wake and guys who have like natural supination, but
Mhm.
essentially the difference between a curveball and a sweeper is a sweeper is just harder and it breaks more horizontally. So for guys like, let's say, Paul Skeens, who has really good like movement on his splinker or whatever, like he needs to be able to tunnel that arm side miss with a um, backdoor breaking ball
Mhm.
to a left-handed batter. So if he's throwing that outside pitch that misses almost a foot off the plate, well, he has 24 inches of movement on that
Mhm.
sweeper that he can backdoor. But if he had more vertical than horizontal, so like a curveball is more traditionally like
Yeah.
12-6, well, that doesn't tunnel well, so that's just a wasted pitch. So for guys who have a ton of east west ride on their fastball or even cut on their fastball, having that pitch that may be a little bit slower than their fastball, but
Mhm.
similar spin rate, so it tunnels really well with their fastball.
Mhm.
They're gonna really benefit well from developing something that kind of stays on plane, but gets a lot of horizontal movement.
Yeah. Speaking of Skeens, what do you think about him hopping off the mound a little early on that?
Bro, all right. So the hop off the mound was definitely something I used to always do, and I'm, to be honest, like I had a ton of horizontal movement just like him. So I was kind of used to umpires giving me that outer half. So whenever I would occasionally prematurely hop off the mound and celebrate, like it
Mhm.
was very humiliating, but I understood
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
He kind of looked like a little kid, like caught with his hand in the cookie jar when
Yeah.
the umpire
100%.
called him out.
100%.
Yeah, from a hitting perspective, what's your take on that? When a guy shows you up like that, what's the first thought in your head?
Dude, I don't care. I'm not gonna waste my energy thinking about that. Like I like it's if it's not something I can't control, I'm not gonna waste my energy like concerning myself with it. So if he hops off, like I don't care.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
dude, I felt like literally the only person in the entire stadium that cares was that umpire.
yeah, 100%, 100. He was hurt, bro.
Yeah, dude was soft. He's like he was he was like that parent who can't control their kid, and then he looks at
Yeah,
the other parent like, just tell him to stop doing
yeah.
it.
What do you call a male Karen?
Dude, a male Karen. Let's see. Dude, someone in the chat's got to help us out with that because that is a solid question. Male Karen. Let's see. It's not like a Chad or a Brad because those guys are just like frat boys, but
Yeah.
male
Dale?
Karen.
I don't know.
Like Dale, Dale and Karen. Oh my gosh. I don't know if that relationship would work, bro. If there's two Karens in the relationship,
Yeah.
I think it's a failure. You got to have someone who's more even keel to kind of cool the tension.
Yeah.
Someone who's way more passive.
Yeah.
I don't.
Oh,
I'm gonna have to come back to you on that.
okay. Okay. Speaking of failure, bro, fantasy, losing in fantasy and the punishment being trying out for a pro sport. I think that is awesome.
I literally am so down with that, bro. I mean my Thomas Jonathan would not be happy with me because my fantasy team is kind of struggling right now, but
Mm.
I would be so down.
Yeah, dude. Bro, one of my favorite fantasy punishments ever are when the losers got to go to like a Waffle House or something and they have to stay there for 24 hours and each waffle they eat takes off an hour. So if they eat all the waffles like right away, 24 waffles, they get to leave. But they have to stay in there 24 hours or for every waffle they eat, it takes off an hour.
Interesting. That does honestly that doesn't sound like a terrible punishment. That sounds like a relaxing Saturday afternoon.
Your stomach hurts after it. So one of my boys lost fantasy. I never played fantasy, but I told him, hey, whoever loses, like I'm going to do it with you.
Yeah, dude, honestly, like that's I think it was Nolan Ryan. He would eat like 10 pancakes before every start or something like that. It was something crazy, but like I could see him just being like, "Well, what's wrong with that?"
Yeah, what's wrong with that?
That's
Yeah,
yeah, he's dude's just a donkey, just
yeah,
crushing waffles.
yeah.
Yeah, dude. All right, so that video of the guy hitting um the guy hitting the fantasy or after the fantasy game, and then he went and competed for that indie ball tryout. Man, like that resonated with me so much. I had um, flashbacks to my indie ball tryouts. I know you had a fantasy ball tryout, but I'm just going to share my story, and then you tell me if it resonates. So my first appearance in an indie ball tryout was up in Northern California. So I had to drive from my spot down in SoCal. It was like a 9-hour drive. I drove all the way up there. I got there at 7 a.m.
Mhm.
and signed in, and then I didn't pick up a ball until 7 p.m. Bro, there was like 400 people there, and about 390 of them did not belong there at all. It was an open tryout, and there were just guys throwing like 65 miles an hour and like arcing the ball to get it home, literally like more arc than like a 10-year-old. But
Fundraising.
yeah, it was crazy, bro. I was like the 114th pitcher to throw or something like that out of like 118 people. And it was insane, but they had like, it was so disorganized. They had all these freshmen or all these like guys hitting their 90s and the guys doing throwdowns, and all the pitchers like didn't have to be there, but we were all chilling there in the sun. And then absolutely like blue cheese, and a couple pro guys saw me there, a couple affiliated guys saw me there, but it was like that's what everyone looked like. I can imagine like everyone that was there like lost their fantasy teams.
That's what the tryout was comprised of.
Yeah. What about yours, man? Was there a lot of talent at yours?
Dude, so I actually didn't try out for my indie ball team. Uh,
What?
yeah, yeah, yeah. So I went to go hit with the manager. So manager was Cody Bellinger's hitting coach and Matt Chapman's hitting coach. And he followed me on Instagram. And I happened to be in Arizona one day. So I went up to him, so I hit him up. I was like, hey, can I just be a fly on the wall and watch you guys' hitting session? And he's like, yeah, 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 come in. So the first day, like I just watch. And then I learned that he is the manager for an indie ball team. And so day 2 rolls around and I come back and I see these guys hitting and they have the hit tracks up. And you got like these big leaguers like hitting like, 94, 95, 96 on the EV thing. And I look at that and I'm like, I can do something about that. So I went up to him. I was like, hey, like, I still want to play baseball. You mind if I hit? He's like, yeah, yeah, hop in. And dude, I went in there and I didn't hit a ball below 100. And he would be tossing me the ball, and every time I hit a ball, he would like flinch, like you could see it. I was like, at that moment, I knew I was like, he might offer me a spot. He might offer me a spot. And then that's how I got on with the team.
That's so cool, man. Yeah. I think moments like that are the reason a lot of us play baseball, and
Mhm.
the reason a lot of us are always like just ready to go. I
Mhm.
literally for the longest time would like just bring cleats and a glove, hoping that like someone would offer me a spot, like when I was still like rehabbing and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro, that's baseball. That's literally America's pastime right there.
Yeah, bro.
That's
Yeah.
so cool. That's such a dream come true too.
Mhm.
What were those big leaguers saying about your ex
Dude, it
velo,
was
bro?
so cool, bro. I was like, they were like oohing and eyeing because it was like one dude came up to me. He's like, I've never seen anybody hit the ball that hard. Like, I've never seen anybody hit triple digits that easily. I was like, that is so sick. And I got these guys who are like way better at baseball than I am, right? Accomplished way more, and they're like, oh wow, he's good. I'm like, that is so sick, dude.
That's awesome, man. Yeah, it's I've been watching your stuff a lot more recently, and I saw that you I think it was on your Instagram story. I saw that you're doing like a exit velo program.
Mhm.
What is that all about?
Yeah, bro. So basically, I'm just taking in or just helping players who like lack athleticism to stand out. And I'm building them personalized programs that are like designed off their body's deficiencies. And we are having some crazy results. Like for instance, I had a kid come in and like in 12 weeks, he gained 8 miles an hour of exit velocity. And then we posted a video about him and he committed like 5 or 6 days later off of that. So I'm now seeing like, okay, I have this really big platform. I have this information that can help kids a lot. I can literally bring kids in, make them better, and then promote them, then show the entire world what they can do when they're the best versions of themselves. And I look back at my career, that's exactly like what happened to me, dude. Like, I figured out that, okay, I'm doing the wrong workouts. I started doing the right ones. In 3 months, I increased my exit velocity by 11 miles an hour. And then we posted a video online, and that's how I got my college scholarship. And that's exactly what I'm doing for kids now, just using my platform to do it.
That's so cool, bro. Bro.
Rude.
Bro. Bro. Bro and dude.
Yeah.
Bro. Kind of. I don't know, man. It's early. I've been doing too much conditioning recently. Bro, literally, I had the worst sunburn ever 2 days ago. It's kind of fading already, but
Mhm.
yeah, I've been dying in the heat. Um, dude, I saw that your guys are even gaining throwing velocity, man. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah, absolutely. Because like the same kind of like the body creates energy in the same way. The only difference is the time constraint, right? And with pitching, like you guys kind of dictate the time constraint, have a lot more time to move. With hitting, it's a lot more reactionary, but the same mechanism powers the engine. So by just making them more efficient rotators and more explosive, we're helping them hit the ball harder and throw the ball harder. So
That's awesome, man.
yeah,
Yeah. Maybe we can get Ben Joyce in there and help him set a world record.
yeah, I need to help them gain some velocity, man. Hey, if you want to hit 110, Ben, come here, buddy, I got you.
110, Ben.
110, Ben.
That's funny, man. Yeah. No, I know a lot of people who could benefit from that. I'm for sure going to be recommending them over to you, man.
Yeah.
Ton of hitters hop into my DMs. They're always asking me advice, and I'm always sending them to you and DR because I'm like, don't ask the pitching guy.
Yeah.
Like, go away. Let the experts do the expert thing.
Mhm.
But yeah, that was. I actually wanted to get your opinion on. Oh shoot, Luis Arias. Is that his last? Yeah,
Ooh, Rise. Yeah.
Arise. Okay, yeah. Give me a quick breakdown on what he does so good because the dude has literally only struck out twice since the All Star break.
Yeah. Okay. So there's a really interesting thing about him. He has the quickest bat in the league. Like he's a really short swing, right? But he's like in the bottom 5 percentile for bat speed.
Really?
Mind blowing, right? His bat speed is like way below average. Yet he has the best bat to ball skills, but the quickest swing. With that being said, it kind of shows you that like bat speed isn't everything. And with the rise, dude, he's there's not much going on, and he's behind the ball really. He gets behind the ball really quick and stays there for a long time. And he can hit. His plate coverage is insane, bro. He can hit balls 3 and 4 balls off the plate. He can then. I saw a ball he almost got hit on the inside, and he hit it the other way. Like
What?
how, dude? Like that? It's crazy. But one of the best, probably he's the best bat to ball. He has the best bat to ball skills in the game today, and probably since like Tony Gwynn.
Interesting. That's saying a lot, man. That's such a huge compliment to him. Um, I was thinking about that in to out swing that you were just talking about, and I remember Dr. posted a video about one of the drills that he does, and the dude was literally like backhanding like softballs or something, and that literally like it's
Mhm.
like, oh, that's why he does it because the dude literally practices it every day.
Yeah.
Yeah, his drills seem a little unorthodox, but they're obviously working, man.
Yeah. But it just
That's
shows you like the individuality in the game and you finding what works for you. Like people, everybody's trying to do his drills now. Everybody's like implementing those things, but like that's what he does. That's what he does so well. Like,
mhm.
and he had to figure that stuff out for himself. And there's just so many different paths in order to do the same thing. And he's just a testament to that.
Yeah, 100%, man. And that's one of the things I'm trying to integrate into my college team. We have like 25 guys. We got side armors, we got over the top guys, we got guys who are literally like over the top.
Mhm.
Um, Crazy. I haven't seen like this much diversity on a staff ever. And it's awesome because like everyone throws 90, but I think my biggest hope is that I will figure out a program that is the opposite of cookie cutter. So I have literally like 15 different progressions to film this week or next week to like individually give out to these guys to give them like things that they need to work on that are specific to them. So
Mhm.
that's my biggest thing is in the past or historically college programs just kind of like give them the one size fits all model that's good
Mhm.
because it's something, but I'm hoping to kind of bring out like the best of each of these guys individually to help them achieve their goals. So
Yeah,
we'll
absolutely.
see what happens, but I'm right on pace with what you're saying right now.
Yeah. So you mentioned that your guys have velocity. And it kind of takes me back to Ben Joyce. So him hitting 106. We give Bobby O'Neill a bat, and you get 50 pitches to hit a 106-mile-an-hour fastball. How many times are you making contact, or are you making contact?
Well, so what a lot of people don't know about me, just like my camera right now, it's losing focus. My left eyeball does this exact same thing. That is so ironic that this is happening right now. There we go. So my left eyeball literally can't focus. So it's like really difficult for me to see. So when I'm batting, I actually have to like do it. I think it was who was it? It was Coach Rack. Coach Rack was talking about like using both eyes to see the ball. I literally have to do that just to see the ball. So I don't know if I got a shot, man, because like seeing the ball with one eye is hard enough. Seeing it with two, like I might be doable, but
Yeah.
yeah, no, I don't think I stand a chance, man. And I don't have that great of like bat coordination. So
Yeah.
yeah, you can't trust me with a barrel, bro.
Hand eye's not there.
I mean, I got great hand-eye because I can
Yeah.
catch the ball like crazy, but you put a bat in my hand, and I just don't have the mechanics down.
Mm.
I might foul tip a couple, but definitely not getting a hit.
Yeah. Bro, I don't even understand how is somebody supposed to defend against that? Like your brain can't even. I think at 90 miles an hour, technically you can't see the ball. Your brain is pretty much predicting where it's going to be. Like at 16 miles an hour or faster than that, like do you actually see the ball?
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like it's insane. But then you turn around and you watch you see Parker Meadows, bro, and Parker Meadows just like takes 101 yard like it's nothing, man. Did you
Yeah.
see that freaking like
Yeah.
oh man, that's like what dreams are made of, bro. You see that guy, bottom of the ninth, bases loaded, hits a granny. Oh man.
Unreal, bro. Unreal.
Yeah.
I get the opportunity to work out with Parker in the off season, dude.
What?
Number one, works super, super hard. But what I noticed about him is that I wouldn't say he's nonchalant, but there's some like easiness. Like he just makes things look like they're really easy. And I noticed
Mm.
that pretty consistently among guys who do things like that, who turn around 100-mile-an-hour fastballs. They're like, it's just something about them. They're just like a lot more loose and relaxed than everybody else. Like I'm almost too tense and pent up in order to hit a ball that fast. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, that brings to mind Jose Fernandez. So when I was in spring training with the Marlins, I got to work out and run polls and stuff with Jose Fernandez.
Hmm.
And the dude was like the exact same. Literally the most laid back, chill, nonchalant, like almost came off as lazy, but
Hmm.
he wasn't lazy. Like he worked his butt off. But yeah, it's just like they're greater than life a little bit, and they're just kind
Yeah.
of like floating on this cloud that no one else understands. So people are insecure about it, or people get mad. But at the end of the day, it's like that's just how he plays. He plays better when he's more relaxed, and that's why there's always a smile on his face. That's all
Hmm.
why he always looks like he doesn't care. Is because he knows that when he gets amped up, he's not the
Yeah.
best version of himself, or
Yeah.
was the best version of himself.
Just makes it look so easy, bro. It's like
Yeah.
you look at him, it's like, man, you look like you've been doing this for 40 years already.
Hmm.
You know, just so comfortable and just does it. I love it. I love it.
Yeah. It's it makes you rethink like your own version of yourself. You're like,
Mhm.
oh man, could I be better? Could I have been better?
Mhm.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
even guys like Shohei. Like Shohei is just super chill, super relaxed.
Mhm.
Dude, did you see the sign when he went to Angel Stadium?
Oh, yeah. Dude, I thought that was so well played.
Yeah, bro. What did it say? It said
This guy
um
used to work here.
Shohei Ohtani used to work here. You gotta give the scoreboard guy props for that one. He
Yeah,
deserves a raise.
yeah. Dude, I've been seeing that as a trend around baseball. Scoreboard guys are like, especially like in indie ball, some guy will be like subbed in and like we don't know his name because they didn't give us the lineup today or something like that. I love like the little chirps through the scoreboard, bro.
Oh
Pretty
man,
awesome.
yeah, you gotta do it, man. Like, and the guys that pick up on it are hilarious.
Yeah.
All right, so we got someone in the chat who's asking. Um, he says, "Tell me, ball knowers, who's winning the World Series."
Okay. I have something to admit. I'm a baseball guy and I love baseball. But I don't know the current state of baseball. I don't know who's good. I don't know who's bad. Uh, but I know the Yankees suck and they're not winning it. That's all I know. Sorry, Kate.
Oh, bro, coming in hot with the Bronx, man. What
Yeah,
the
bro.
heck?
Like I'm a Yankees guy. I would like to say, and I just know that they suck. That's it. That's it.
Bro, I have to equally admit with you,
Mhm.
I've been watching my fantasy team, and that's all I've been focused on. So I know what individuals are doing well right now, but I do not know what teams are doing well. So I'm just gonna have to go with the White Sox are winning the whole thing.
Okay, I know. I actually know that that team is not performing so well, bro. Have you seen the memes on Miguel Vargas? Just looking like he just looks defeated as a human being. I feel bad for.
Absolutely, man.
I felt like you. I look at the picture. I'm like, man, he just doesn't really look like he's enjoying his time right now. Like,
Dude, it's all of them, man. Like they're all like that collision that was on the baseballer account this week. It's like, man, that when he went down, like it just looks like he didn't want to get up. He looked kind of like a soccer player like taking a fall. It's
mhm.
like it's just embarrassing, man. It's sad. I've been on one of those teams before. It's never fun. You kind of just have to take it one game at a time, and it's almost like you're waiting for that next year or next season to hit the reset button. But yeah, guys gotta bounce back. Just gotta not lose heart and lose hope because
Yeah.
that's the fastest way to lose a job and lose that childhood dream and then wind up regretting that you let yourself get there mentally.
Yeah, yeah. I'm kind of reflecting on my statement about the Yankees, and I am absolutely about to get eaten alive.
I,
Oh man,
I kind of hope you do now, bro. And I hope Kate like jumps on that bandwagon and just absolutely obliterates you.
she's going to. It's okay. I deserve
I
it. I said
I
it.
I think we're both gonna get lit up for being on a baseball podcast and not knowing who's in the running.
Yeah. Hey, we are busy trying to move the game forward, and that takes up all of our time.
I'm 100% on board with you. I have 60 videos to edit after this to help grow the game of baseball. So,
Wow, that's incredible. 60
I mean, they're like 5-second clips, but still,
still.
they're not full teaching tutorial videos.
Yeah,
I've been slacking on that end, but yeah, just putting together stuff, man. It's just never ending. And with
yeah.
all this coaching too, it's like there's only 24 hours. If we were given 28 hours, we would change the world.
Mm-hmm. 100%. 100%.
Yeah. That's awesome, man. Well, hey, that's all I got for today, unless you want to talk more about the World Series.
Uh, nah, I'm good. I don't have anything else.
All right.
Then I'm ready for Yankee fans to attack me.
I mean, they can't say too much. If you were to like rip Aaron Judge or something, then they might come at you.
I can never do that. I'm never gonna rip an individual player, but just as a unit right now, they're not making it work, and they know that.
Yeah. All right, man. Well, have a good week, man, and I'm not participating in this. Don't roast me, guys. I plead the fifth.
Here we go.
All right. Later, man.